Did you ever experience the feeling of finding something that you thought you had lost long time ago, many years ago? Do you remember how you felt when you found it? I can tell you how I'm feeling right now. I am stoked as never before. I found something in this box. More than 20 years ago, I put it in here, forgot about it, and surprisingly, this vintage gadget I'm gonna show you still works. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm particularly happy today because I'm experiencing a jump in the past. I found something, a vintage gadget that I thought had been lost so many years ago. It came out of a box and brought me back 20 years. And surprisingly, this gadget still works and it plays beautifully. I bought a new place and a lot of stuff, my university boxes and printed photos, all my memories were in my parents' garage because they took a lot of space. Now in the new house I have the space, so slowly I'm bringing back in all this stuff. It was like opening a time capsule and being overwhelmed with emotions and memories that were there, laying in the dark in the back of your brain that suddenly got direct sunlight. Gee, I'm getting poetic here. Let's get back to the point. I was sitting and sorting out boxes and stuff and I found a strange cable. I knew it, but I could not remember where it came from, so I started pulling it and there you go, my old MiniDisc player pops out. I stared at it for a long time, holding it in my hands, giving for granted that it would never be still a working piece of tech. Have you ever experienced a total mind flow of colored memories with clean sound and music? I was 18 the last time I used this gig, and that was one of the best and fun moments of my life. Music played a key role in my daily routine. I was very eclectic on music, still in. Back to the present. I needed to find the power brick, the power supply and cables to connect it to my earphones or to my stereo. So I started looking for them. And then boom, I found the original supply. The original one, not some standard. I plugged it in and yeah, it doesn't charge, but it switches on. Okay, just a step in for the millennials who don't know what a MiniDisc is. Before smartphones, media players, before the iPad, before the iPod, there was a MiniDisc player. We need to understand the world into which it was launched. When the MiniDisc came out, the only portable music player was a Discman with a CD. It was bulkier than a Walkman and the CDs were fragile than tapes, so they were always skipping even for the smallest scratch. Considering they were always on the floor, on the car or in super filled cabinets, that was something frequent that happened. I was a teenager at the time and I unboxed this gig and I fell in love at the first sight. It was small, elegant, light, and the discs were a third of a compact disc and they were protected out of plastic. The best thing of all is that they were recordable and you could make your own mixes just like you could with cassettes. In 2013, Sony decides to terminate its production. Although, I just found out that you can still get them online from a Japanese Amazon, and some music production brands are still recording on MiniDisc and selling them out to a very small expert audience. So young fellows, that's probably something you didn't know and something you can get passionate about. Going through the other boxes, I also found a MiniDisc holder with all my precious discs in it. Some of them were labeled, some were not. I so badly wanted to try if it played. I tried the first one. The one was just sitting there in the player, but it didn't look like it was willing to play it. This was a disc I used to play when I traveled on my own for a month in Northern Europe in 1998. Let's try another one, I said to myself. The other one worked. I was so happy, I didn't even realize that I was singing along Emilia's Big Big World. I then tried all the other discs and they all worked perfectly. Sound is still great and songs do not matter anymore because memory is all that counts. Whenever I buy a piece of tech lately, and it's happening really rarely, endorphin go through my brain and it's like a emotion rush of happiness. It's like a drug. What happened with this unexpected discovery was an exceptional mind blast. This vintage gadget that still works is worth more than any gadget and high-tech gig that you can ever buy today. It was exactly what my mind needed to get creativity back, because I was losing inspiration in the last 1 or 2 months because of the hard work that I put in this house. The moving out, the refurbishment, wood floor, we had some problems with the storage. So my mind was completely absorbed about these problems, and I was too tired to be creative. And every time I had a good idea, I was too tired to get up and write it down. So this got me back a bit of positivity and creativity. My office, as you can see, is nearly finished. Still needs some cleaning and prints on the wall, but I'm nearly there. And my vintage piece of tech will for sure have its throne in this room, because it makes me remember who I was and how I became who I am. That was all for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed my videos. Smash the like button if you did, subscribe if it's something you're into, and I'll see you guys on the next video.